Hello, skis. Welcome to Down in Outlands. I am your master of ceremonies, dungeon master, but we never go into dungeons. So I don't think that's appropriate. Kaiju master?
Oh yeah, that Kaiju Master.
No.
Just always assume it's Dungeon Master because it's Dungeons and Dragons. You
Head
call
of-
yourself a Dragon Master.
Head of daycare?
Yeah.
Not inaccurate.
Your King Ginger, back in the saddle. We are short one player tonight. Shannon, hope you feel better. So everyone go about the table. Since we're starting a little late, tell everybody who you be, and then let's get into it.
All right. I am Nate, your D&D ringer, playing Twig Swiftstrike, Atterkin Rogue Paladin.
I don't even know who's next, Doug, since Doug doesn't have the thing up. I'm assuming it's me. Okay. I am Cassandra. I am playing Amulet Sticky Fingers, who is your friendly neighborhood barbarian kender. Got myself into a tongue twister and didn't even realize it.
Come on, Cassandra, get it together.
Goodness gracious.
I'm Warrior. I play Big Dog King Echo.
I love how your name just
it just gets longer and longer.
Things.
Gnoll, Echo Knight, Fighter, Bon Vivant.
Bon Vivant. When did that get added?
He's Usador, Ben.
It's always been there.
I just didn't know.
I just didn't say it out loud.
Yeah, you were just waiting to put it on me when it was time.
I can't say it in Echo voice, so it's just been avoided.
Can't or haven't tried?
Both.
Shots fired early. Pew, 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 pew. All right.
I didn't say he couldn't. I'm just maybe he hasn't had a chance to perfect it.
True.
Easy.
Bon Vivant. Easy. All right. So I think we'll start tonight with Echo. Echo, you are kind of mulling over what happened last time as you went and visited Kellex. Also, I don't remember, what was the name of the prison you went to?
The prison we went to?
Yep, that held Kellex. What was the name of that place?
I don't remember.
I didn't have a name. That's why I'm asking.
Just,
what do you want to name?
Oh, I get to name it. He is in. Is Echo naming it, or am I naming it?
You're naming it.
Okay, so like double wizard jail. It is called. It's called the Undergriffin.
The Undergriffin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So you went to the Undergriffin. You met Brig. You know what? I take that back. It did have a name. It was the Black Tower. But the cool kids call it the Undergriffin.
Because it's a tower.
There. Well, Autumn, I'm only operating on one screen right now, so I'm a little thrown off. All right. So you have a chance to kind of mull over not just what was discussed there, but then afterwards, the gnolls who raided the nearby village, where a lot of the folks who work at that Undergriffin live.
First of all, I can't read what I scribbled down. What was the name of the group that Presto mentioned? So there was the one figure in the distance, the lone figure, and Presto seemed to know the name of a group or band.
The Horned Society.
The Horned Society. So I think that Echo is very, he's very in his feelings about the gnoll situation. He knows that most gnolls are not fortunate enough to be free of the curse of Nogu. But he also very much like growing up in a society where that was normalized, was like taught and believes that it is unlike many, that it is like a sickness more than a fundamental like flaw of species.
So in this teaching, did
Mhm.
they like, is there a way that they like describe a way that you could cure people of said sickness?
So yes and no. I think like in my head, yes. But I think being a 12-year-old, he's probably not been like super versed in it. But I think that he has heard stories, legend or otherwise, about how um, that that society came to be, like how the gnolls who live there um, kind of were freed of it. Something he feels like um, there was talk of magic in this particular case, and that like a combination of like magic and sort of isolationism that sort of
Okay.
allowed um, this small band of gnolls to like um, flourish a bit, and then they eventually joined up with Persian, and but this was generations back.
Okay.
I think that he also has probably more to the point, and he probably has more experience um, as a young like proto adventurer hunter. Um,
Okay.
he was always give like the reason he has the coins on his armor, on his chain shirt. He was always told that that was so, well, if you get lost, just ask someone for help and give them a coin, and they'll help you. And
Ooh.
the more he thinks about it in the context of what he's just experienced, he is starting to realize that coin wasn't like payment for services rendered as much as it was like like a bribe to keep him safe. Like like he thinks about times where he ran into humans or elves or whatever, like on a road, and he was actually fine, but they sort of freaked out. But as soon as he like held the coin up, they were like, oh well, this must be a civilized one, and like left him alone.
Okay.
So he like is having a lot of feelings about like what to do about the current situation. He knows that like he's never felt the curse, but he knows it's like a hunger thing, or that's at least kind of what he's been taught. And so he's just like, I think he's mostly trying to come up with ideas about how to um like integrate this pack of gnolls into larger society, because he knows they're not going to leave, but he doesn't know, I think, yet. So I think he'd probably, I guess, outside of like internal uh thoughts, I think he would talk to Presto about the Horn Society and try to figure out if this is a situation where these are like two separate um, sort of pain points. Sorry, I didn't work all day. Or if it is like a situation where maybe the Horn Society um, is this group of gnolls, or maybe someone is manipulating these gnolls via hunger, whatever, to sort of do their dirty work. So that's where he's at. That's where his head's at right now. It's like, I got to figure this out, because he sees like how people, especially outside of the immediate like castle keep, regard him, and he would like that conflict to end. And I think that's where he's mostly at right now. He's kind of
Okay.
shaken up by that.
So as you are kind of working through this process, Presto does come in, and he lets you know that you are going to have to set in a council the next day.
What council? Why?
Well, when Eric was able to kind of get things settled and no one else wanted the responsibility, there were already other heroes here. And we decided to stay connected, try to make it just a better place. Does that, am I making sense?
Makes sense.
So we hold occasionally these councils, especially when things are not going well. And I called one because if the Horn Society has returned, we have a serious problem.
Ago nods. What is Horn Society?
It's a group of, I don't, like-minded individuals. They just want to conquer. I don't even know if they're technically even from this world. We thought they were gone.
Ooh. Hmm. Hmm. If, if Echo King here, who King? Horn Society.
Well, the last time we had dealt with him, it was someone named Warduke, but he's been gone for, I mean, for a long time.
And Echo didn't get like a look at just that there was a figure. He didn't pick up any detail.
No, and he tells you that many of the members wear horned helms. It's kind of a sign of status.
Makes sense.
So it's one of the reasons that Eric has his Griffin Riders and himself, they wear helmets that, you know, have the visage of good things. Eric wears the visage of himself to remind himself to do the right thing. They had yours made in your visage because they wanted people to see that you're a hero.
Echo.
Echo, it's not. I don't want this to be difficult. You're doing something for us, for all these people. It's not the other way around. You don't owe anybody any explanations or anything, honestly. But I just want you to know that, well, people are scared. They're scared because they don't know. And they're scared because ostensibly their queen ran off after stabbing their king. Things have been not tranquil, but at least peaceful. Tiamat gone, the Horn Society disappeared. The only thing we were dealing with were like marauding bands. Even the Broken Bone Orcs have acquiesced to sit on the council. This is troubling.
Go. Bling nods. He says, these gnolls new?
Well, there's always been gnolls, but they generally don't generally do what this tribe did. I'm assuming it's a tribe.
Go nods. Yes. For many gnolls, hunger is sickness. These ones have curse. Is
I wouldn't
easy.
disagree with you. I think that for many dwarves, greed can be attributed to as a sickness. I think all of us, for human beings, it's our hubris. It's our idea that this is always going to stay the same or everything's going to be okay. It's not.
Go nods. Looks like he wants to agree. He just says, is what I'm trying to say is sometimes is easy for people to make gnolls do things by forcing the curse. Make them hungry, make them angry. He looks like he's struggling to find the words. He's just he has trouble with this.
You can see Presto is contemplating what you're saying, and he's mulling it over in his head, like he's never thought about it that way before. And he kind of looks at you and he says, I can't tell you I understand because I don't. But what I can tell you is I want to, and that if we can make things better, if we can help them, I'd like to. But I will tell you again, I don't expect, you shouldn't expect that people are going to want to be a part of that. And for that, I'm telling you now, preemptively, I apologize.
He looks unconcerned by the prospect of antagonistic public sentiment, which is a lot to convey in a gnoll face. But
well, and also kind of he's trying to read you. He's gotten okay at reading you. And he responds to kind of your expression by saying, I'm less concerned about the public than I am about those who will be sitting around the table.
That's just says, we learn together. Whatever happened at council, Echo want help. Gnolls.
Well, I don't think
to tell.
I don't think we're going to get a lot of choice.
What I mean?
He holds up it looks like parchment, but what you realize, actually make me a nature check, please.
Oh, it's not bad. Oh, it is bad. 9. Thought it was good in nature.
It looks kind of like parchment. The ink is red and it feels a little thicker than parchment. It's got an odd smell to it as well. But what you read is, or what you attempt to read, because do you speak Orc?
Actually, he might.
I thought you did.
No, he knows Common and Gnoll, and he can understand Abyssal.
Okay, so what you kind of get from it, though, is it is a very harshly scrawled, like a letter, a missive to the king in the Dragon's Mountain, which you understand is currently you. It's definitely been written. What you do get from it is it's in Orcish, and it's definitely was scrawled hastily and angrily.
Okay. Echo sort of squints at it and asks, "What say? Can't read."
Well, this is what I'm slightly worried about. This is from Uglik. He's the chief of the Broken Bone tribe. He's also been attacked. He's blaming us.
Attacked by gnolls?
Yes.
How far?
Yesterday.
How far is tribe from here?
It's about a day and a half. They'll be here tomorrow.
Oh, sort of nods. Okay.
This is from Ulick Elkhorn. He's an elven, or excuse me, he's a dwarven leader. They were attacked by helmeted horsemen also a few days ago.
Horn helmet?
Ulick Elkhorn. His people were attacked by horned helmsmen on horses. It was a hit and run skirmish attack.
Oh. Nods. Anyone else?
These are what we know.
Nods. Echo. Echo says to Presto, Echo, still no understand why Presto choose Echo be king when Presto right here.
I'm no king. I mean,
why not?
That's not really what I do.
Echo like walks over, like grabs whatever the crown.
Oh,
like,
no,
puts it-
no.
Puts it on Presto's head. He's like, see fit?
He
Easy.
takes it off very quickly. I don't want that. I never wanted that.
Why not?
It's not who I am. It's
not who you are, or not who you think you are. Who know kingdom better than Presto?
I've spent my time and my energy trying to get us home. I don't want to be here. Everyone else's gifts they worked. Mine don't work reliably. I'm better now than I've ever been at casting spells from this stupid hat. But you've seen it doesn't always work. It's not magic in the way that Kellic would cast, and it's definitely not magic in the way that Ringelrune would cast. It's like what Dungeon Master used to do, but it's not the same, and I don't know how to get it right. And if I can't be counted on to do that, or even to get us home, how can I be counted on to do this? This is not. Hank was always supposed to do this. This was what Hank did. And then he decided not to do that. Eric just decided he would do it because for the longest time, he complained about everything Hank did. And then when there was no one left to do it, he had to put up or shut up. And put up.
Nods. Says, Hank not here now. Eric not either. Sometimes people fail. Not Echo, obviously. But people is okay, is part of life.
Not now, not here. This is you when you're king, you can't fail. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
Because if you fail, like everyone underneath you suffers. I just want to go home.
It's okay. Don't have to. Just question.
I came here when I was your age. I have a beard right now.
It's like I'm totally gonna grow up here.
All I've done my entire life. This is not what I want. This is not who I am. I haven't seen my family. They probably think I'm dead.
Echo nods. Echo says, he sort of like sits and he just unbuttons whatever like ceremonial bullshit he's wearing, his regalia.
Yeah.
And kind of like sort of beckons Presto over. He says, this is what allow Echo travel. Echo don't know how to work. Echo know when die, go somewhere else. Echo know.
But and again, he kind of puts his hand towards where your mark is. Mm-hmm. And he's able to show again traces where the brightness of the scar is now dull. He's like, I don't think, Echo, that when you die, you'll keep traveling forever.
Echo nods. Gives him a look that says,
I don't want to get you killed. You're a child.
Echo Lord shakes his head. He gives him a look that says, like, no, I get it. I don't plan on dying. So, like, don't worry about it. But he says
Presto kind of just collapses down into a chair, like his green robe just kind of billowing out. His hat kind of slumps over his glasses.
Echo just says,
he takes a deep breath and he just goes, I can't do this. I can't. And that's where we'll go to. I almost said Spider Skull Island because it's adventure of late. Oh man, that's why can't I get that out of my head enough to remember where you're even at, guys?
Volcano Island.
Jeez. All I can see in my head is Scarmantula and Stupid Spider Skull Island. It's just my life is rough. All right. Twig, you and the Amulet have made your trades with Tuft, and you are headed toward the Mecha Ape. Anything you want to do? It'll be about half a day's hard ride. Victor says, I think we go through the night, we can get there by morning, which would make it easier for us to get back with everything to help Bronson. By tomorrow, we would be under the clock. We'd do it. We'd make it.
How much time do we have left?
This has been about it. You've been gone almost a day, like a day, not evening, but just a day.
How much time did we have in total, though?
About 2 days.
Okay.
But we have to allot for time back too.
Yeah.
So remember, you went to the furthest thing first. So it would be a shorter distance back.
True.
And then you were able to get almost everything in one shot. Due to some Spinosaurus slaying.
I mean, I can make do with a short rest and some hit dice. So we can keep moving if we need to.
Yeah, it'll be better than nothing.
We'll need at least a short rest though.
Yeah, I'm not feeling great.
Okay.
Just fought a dinosaur. I need to take a breather.
Do we want to sleep the night?
I mean, if we don't, we're in trouble though, aren't we?
Yeah, because I don't know what's going to happen at that giant robot monkey thing.
He kind of looks at you, shrugs this. I don't either.
Do we have to take 8 hours to avoid the first level of exhaustion?
No, short rest will help you avoid exhaustion.
I can make do with short rest. I mean, if we feel like we're in a huge hurry. I don't have like spells or anything like that though that I have to worry about.
Yeah, I mean we can try it. As long as we get healed up.
That's the only thing I really need to do is I'm down like 38 hit points, so I'm cool with a short rest unless you need to rest up, Twig.
Now let's do it.
Okay.
So short rest is not very long. So you guys grab some food, sit down. Bernice grazes, and you're able to complete your short rest and kick off. It's evening, so you're moving a little slower, I'm assuming, unless you want to go full bore.
No, let's just move it at normal pace.
Do you want to be sneaky about it, or you just want to cruise through the? You're not in a jungle. You're kind of going into some highlands, and then you're going to be going. And Victor's able to tell you we're going up in the highland area, and we'll be going down into a valley, and that's where you'll be able to see it. I mean, it's massive. Can Amulet? Can you and Twig both make me perception check, please? Just a general awareness.
Okay, first roll with the new metal dice. So if it gets loud, I'm sorry. But look, I got new like Christmas robot dice.
Ooh.
That is amazing. That's good dice.
I
You said
rolled an 8.
You said perception?
Yes, please.
I got an 11. Not
Okay.
that good.
You got an 8, Twig?
Yeah.
Yeah. Everything seems copacetic. Everything's great. You feel so good.
What's the difference? Can we like speed walk? So we're not like slow but not
can I
rushing?
power walk? Can I power walk through the highlands?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you can just, I think it would just be like double time.
I think we should have a picked up pace, but I don't want to go so fast that we're like missing being
Okay.
aware. I still want to make sure that we're aware of the surroundings because there's been a lot of weird animals and deadly animals that I don't want to make a bunch of extra noise. Probably not stealthy because that's probably going to take too long, but
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, power walk.
All right.
When I say power walk, do you picture like put on some sweatbands?
I do. That's my problem. I would like you to. I would like you both to make me. Remind me, is survival still on skills?
Mhm.
Yes.
Both make me survival checks, please.
That's not a good one.
14.
Oh, I have a 0, but I rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
What'd you take?
14.
Yeah, you guys are fine. You're moving pretty quickly. I want you both to make me a dex saving throw at advantage.
23.
It's not so good. 11.
Just good enough.
Okay.
You guys go through some brush. Bernice rears up and kind of shoots around it before you walk into it. And a bit of kind of what looks like higher grass and kind of weed opens up and snaps shut and then slowly unfurls back into a position. It looks like a large green spot with like tufts of grass around like a kind of stained red, like stained red sandish area, and it just pops up and snaps at you.
Poke Twig in the shoulder really fast and really hard. Be like, just that.
Yeah, we got to watch out for that.
Okay, I would like you both to make me another survival check.
Natural 20.
Whoa, look at these natural 20s on these survival checks, baby.
25.
I got a 2. So glad we're switching back and forth here.
So you got a natural 20 last time. Okay. So I want you to both make me con saving throws. This time, Twigger is still at advantage, and Amulet, you are at disadvantage.
The last one didn't count for anything. Just
You got
kidding.
advantage last roll. You know what? No, I'll let you. You both got advantage. So you'll get regular this time. I'm sorry. Because I didn't
mean,
do anything special last time.
Hey, guess what? It doesn't matter. I rolled an 18 and a 20. So
There you go.
I got a
Wait.
12.
Okay, still fine. The higher elevation you get, there's this brutal wind that just cuts through you, and just it's actually exhausting. The amount of just sharp chill. The other thing you start to realize is it's hard to breathe from this constant odd snow. When you wipe the snow from your arms, though, you realize it's ash. And you look, and there is a plume coming out of the volcano in the center of the island. It's been relatively quiet. You've always seen it in the background, this massive volcano, this skullcano, if you will. But now it's kind of showering you with a plume of ash. One more survival check, please.
9.
This is a good dice, Ben. 17.
Yep. So Twig and Amulet, Twig will be at disadvantage this time. Amulet, you're just at normal. I want you both to make me a strength saving throw. Remember, I believe you all have inspiration currently, if I remember correctly from last.
At 21.
I've used mine. So that's 11 with my modifier of -1. That's 10.
10 is the exact number you needed.
Oh, jeez.
This entire like rapid paced trip through the night, considering you probably haven't rested very long in like a week, all of these harsh conditions, from sleeping on cave floors to diving into water to kill a Spinosaurus, all of these things have caught up with you. You're tired. And your kids. So you're a little cranky. So, Twig, you are going to be rolling at disadvantage on all intelligence. Just
All right.
we'll call it your crankiness issue.
Sure.
Amulet, you're good because you're always happy. For some reason, you're never cranky.
Imagine
Never-
I might be hangry. I haven't had a good sandwich in a while.
You have not had a good sandwich in a while.
Ate my last one.
You crest and start to head down into the valley, and there is a large area of very, very bright greenery, large trees, but they're a good 70 to 100 feet out from a massive mechanical ape. Only the upper torso is visible. One of the arms is gone, and another arm is like knuckle into the ground, looking like it's either buried or was torn apart.
The knuckle or the whole thing?
The whole thing. The one arm's off. You think you might see it in the distance glimmering in the fading moonlight.
Twig, it's too bad Akko's not here. He could be an arm.
I don't think it'll be easy to put this back together.
Victor says we don't have to put it back together. We just need to get that fungus out of there. And if I can get some power supply, I'll be even better. He stops and he starts looking at it kind of oddly. I want you both to make perception checks, please.
13.
Dirty 20.
20 and 13. Charity, Amulet, good Lord, my brain today. I apologize, people. Amulet, you look out and you see that there's parts of this form that look lit up.
That can't be
Twig.
good.
Twig, there is light coming out of those eyes. And when you look very hard, you can see humanoid shapes walking in the background of those eyes.
Victor, I think there's people in that head.
Or things in there when I was there. There wasn't like a tribe or anything, but there was animal life.
No, the eyes are lit up. There's people moving around.
Well, then we should probably get going. I mean, we should wait around.
Yeah, let's find.
I mean, this is potentially my way home, but it also is a way to get Bronson what he needs. I mean,
let's get this plant first, because if we pick whatever you need, I think they're gonna get real cranky.
it's inside.
The plant is inside. All right. Let's be real sneaky.
So he hands you, it looks kind of like a wand, but very short. And there is a bent soft light source on it. And he says, I think out of the three of us, you're probably the best at finding things. This will help. So he gives you this device, and you see him, there's a little knob on it, and he sets it, and he like uses his wrist thing to set it again. You don't know what it means. And he says, this is now looking for spores in the air that match this fungus. Between that and you know your nose, hopefully we can find this quickly. And he hands it over to you. Goes, please don't break it. I kind of need it for parts.
These spore things aren't gonna be like those mushroom deals that try to eat us, are they?
They were just regular non-killer mushrooms when I saw them.
All right, let's hope
They
it's
were like this
those.
tall, and then they had like a big, like 4 poofy balls at the end, kind of a cylinder that went up, and then a poofy ball on top. They were blue and purple.
All right. Well, let's go. Or am I going by myself?
He looks at Amulet like, what are you, what are we doing?
I mean, we should all go, but I don't know if everyone will go in. If it's safe in, I say Twig, you go in, and I'll stand guard. But if there's something in it, we should go in together.
He
Right?
kind of looks at both of you and just, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll head on my way.
So Twiggy go first, Amulet and Victor follow behind. What is it, 20, 30 feet?
Yeah, let's not be real close on top of each other, but still within, like, we can get to each other.
Are you being stealthy at all?
I am.
Gonna try to.
Both of you give me a stealth check, please.
So I roll at advantage. I rolled a 5 and a 6. But that's a 17.
I hate you.
Got
Oh,
a
Amulet.
I got a 9.
There.
With my +2. That's a 9. So
Victor was way quieter than me.
little, does that count for anything? I'm not big. I'm not big loud. Just a little loud.
So Twig, you're kind of moving through this semi-tall grass and getting this soft pinging light, and you're kind of cupping it with your hand.
Yeah.
From radiating out. As Amulet and Victor are walking, Amulet, you step towards something, and this screech lets out, and a flock of small flying reptiles fly out, and you look down, and there was a small nest that you just stepped on. Victor turns and looks at you and goes,
I look at the lizards and I go, shh.
that's when I need you to make me a perception check.
Damn it. Not stealthy.
Just her or both of us?
No, you're further up.
Okay.
16.
So as you're kind of going back and forth and Victor is doing this, you see behind Victor there are a few humanoids, and they are walking towards you from the Mechacon. Twig, you see them coming and you lay flat, and they go right past you.
Okay, perfect.
When you get up and you glance forward first, there is now an illuminated entrance, and kind of where the armpit would be. against the ground. It's a slight climb up. It looks like this very rickety stairs have been made to get in. And they're moving. These people aren't moving quick, but they're getting over there. What would you like to do? Do you want to keep heading towards, or you want to do something else? There's 3. You get a good look at them. 2 humans and a halfling.
How do they look? Are they dressed shabbily?
They're dressed in cloaks.
Okay.
If I signal towards Twig, they'll see that, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go in the door.
Okay. You saunter up and go in the door. Give me another stealth check, please.
There we go. 30.
You slip right inside this dimly illuminated metal monstrosity. So, Amulet, you see these guys coming. They're coming from behind Victor. He's still looking at you going, just what are we doing?
I am not going to be sneaky. And I'm going to start. I'm going to start walking in a not necessarily straight line. I'm just going to start zigzagging around and trying to lead them away from the thing. I don't want to get too far away from it, but
they've seen you.
I know.
You're heading right towards, so you just want to turn around and walk away in a serpentine motion.
Oh, I just want to turn around and walk away and lead them away from the mech.
So are you going to tell Victor this? Because he has not seen them. He did not do well in his role.
Can I signal to him without them seeing it, or talk? If I talk quietly?
Make me a
I don't want to draw attention to Victor.
Make a sleight of hand check, and I'll have him make a perception or an insight check.
Okay. 14.
He picks up on your very subtle signal.
Okay.
And you both start walking away.
No, I mean, if they haven't seen him, he should go with Twig.
No, they've seen him. His back's to them.
Okay, yeah. Then we're just gonna kind of slowly. I don't want to get straight line away. I eventually want to come back, try to cut back around so Twig's not on his own.
So they're not too far behind you, and they kind of keep creepy pace with you.
That's fine.
So you're going towards where that hill starts to go back up out of the valley. You're still in the clearing. Do you want to, if you go left or right, you're going to go into the woods.
Is there anything other than the woods for heavy cover? Any big rocks or anything?
Not really. Everything's so overgrown, it's hard to tell.
Okay, then I'm going to go in the woods and we're going to hide behind some trees and I'm going to ambush these fools.
Victor's just like, oh crap.
How many of them were there again?
3.
3. Okay.
Hits his button as you guys start to pick up pace and head into the woods. When you start to pick up the pace and head, you hear a, hey, come back here.
I'm not going back there. I'm going to the woods and I'm gonna transform.
All right. Does a 25 hit you?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
You take 4 points of damage as an arrow hits you in the back.
Cool.
You guys are now in the woods. You put a little bit of space because they had to stop to aim. What do you want to do?
I am going to hold on, I lost my note. I am going to shoot, where did I put that? Before I want to change, I want to hide behind a tree and swing my hoopak.
You gonna do your transformation?
No, I'm gonna do this first.
Okay.
I'm just trying to remember the exact. I wrote it down somewhere.
While you try to find that and figure that out,
Do that.
You're moving through, and there's areas in here that are heavily damaged, like there's strange tubes and brightly colored rope hanging out of walls. This is made out of some type of metal you've never seen before. But there's also a tremendous amount of growth It looks like nature has or found a way and has overtaken the inside of this in spots. It doesn't take you long though with the sensor to lead you up a few flights of stairs. And you're in front of what looks like two doors. One is bent in and the other has been torn off. And you hear painful sighs. Make me a perception check.
That's an 11.
You hear the noise of something hitting the floor numerous times.
Is the sensor telling me to go that way, or is it leading away?
It is.
All right. Well, I will stealth up to that door to see what I can
Give
see.
me that stealth check, baby.
Ugh, it's a good thing I have advantage because I rolled a natural 1, but I also rolled a 19. So that's
Nice.
30 again.
You stealth up. You're in a position where you can't quite see in, but you can catch the reflection, or the reflection, the shadow. And you see bodies on the floor. The bodies have hit the floor. And then you see another shadow of a object go across the throat of a hooded figure, and they slump and fall to the floor. And there's a line of people, and they're doing this.
So they're like going in there and committing suicide.
That's what you're guessing.
Okay.
The whole time you hear a voice. It is haggard. It's rough, almost as if it's painful to speak. Speaking in a language you've never heard before. It hurts to listen to it,
Is there another path that doesn't take me through this creepy suicide room?
though. No, you look across the room and on a large control panel, you can see a pile of the spores growing out of the body. Make me a stealth check. The last body hits the floor.
That is 24. So did the voice stop?
It's now whispering, and it's like you can hear this whisper in the air, and it makes your head hurt. And then it stops. And then in common it says, "You don't have to hide out there. You can come in."
All right. I will hesitantly go in the door.
Leaning against a makeshift altar made of metal plating with a massive head from some type of beast on top of it, and odd arcane sigils scrawled in blood and excrement all over the walls. Leans, immaculately dressed, still. Poltish.
Oh boy.
He's leaning on a halberd that looks very, very similar to the gear that Victor carries.
Hi.
I know you.
Yeah.
Well, don't
Mm.
be shy. Come sit a spell. I'm sure we could have a nice chat.
I'm just here for some mushrooms.
You can have them. But I'd like to share some words with you first.
Okay.
He
So
walks over and he kicks one of the bodies off of a chair. He turns it so you can sit. He goes over and clears off the chair and sets it down where it would be sitting across from you. I ain't here to fight. That's all done with.
all right. So I'll go in and I'll sit.
You're one of Tawny's kids.
Yep. I'm pretty new.
It was a real shame what I had to do to all of you. I'm sorry for it.
And why'd you do it?
What's your name, boy?
Twig.
Twig. My name is Polt. Do you know how hard it is to know the truth of everything, Twig?
That seems kind of heavy.
It's a blessing and a curse. One of your sisters gave me that.
Is that what made you kill everybody?
I wasn't killing them, I was saving them.
I don't know if they'd see it that way.
If they knew what was coming, they would. Better to be dead and have moments of peace in your afterlife before everything is unmade.
Do I even want to know what's coming?
It's the end of everything. It's the unmaking. See, I've seen the three on the other side. I've heard the song. I can hear it right now. And they're coming. Locked away since the beginning of the omniverse. Everything stolen from them that they helped make. So they're going to unmake it. All of it.
But if you know all, don't you know how to stop them?
I don't want to stop them
Why not?
because this all needs to be unmade. Let me ask you a question. Where's your mom, pa? Where's your parents?
They're back home.
Where's
Oh,
home?
um, Miss Stara.
Been a while since you've seen them.
Yeah, seems
Is,
like forever.
is that fair?
Not
Is that-
really.
Is that fair? Is that the kind of world you want to live in?
No, I mean those strange alien things came and took me. That wasn't fair.
You're damn right it wasn't fair. I believed in law and order. And as a barrister in Sigil, I maintained order. And then I interviewed one of your sisters. And she spread madness like a plague. And I tried to stop it. I failed. And you know why I failed?
I
Because it wasn't meant to be stopped. The world, it expands, it expands, it expands. There is no multiverse, there's an omniverse. There's places we haven't even dreamt of, spheres we've never been to. And in those blind eternities between, those three gods have sit waiting, trying to find a way out. When she told me the truth of things, it broke order. I couldn't stop speaking madness. my friends poured burning embers into my mouth to try to make me stop. I begged them to, and it didn't stop. I realized there was a higher calling. I'm a prophet of doom. I'm the voice of the unmakers. This here place we're at, this island, I didn't come here for no reason. I came here to release these beasts, to be harbingers of the end. You ever wonder why you ain't seen one in a day or so?
Yeah, where are they?
They're elsewhere. I done opened those portals. I shut off the barrier. I let them out. They'll crawl back to their dens when they're done. But by then, those worlds that are broken, they'll be like signal fires. And then they'll see them and they'll come and they will unmake all things end.
Weren't you like me once? Part of the family?
No, I knew your family, but I was never part of it. Let me show you something. He reaches into a bag and he pulls out an orb and he cracks it. Just taps it like an egg and it cracks. And a brilliant light opens up and you can see a world. And again, the buildings, everything has a very similar look to the halberd. And two of the kaiju from Skullcano Island are decimating everything.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, I found this. Oh, it found me. It screamed to me, this is to be the first world. These people, all who died now, they get a moment, clarity and bliss. That's what they've earned before their deities are unmade, their worlds unmade, and they return like scattered atoms, building blocks of whatever comes next.
What if someone can stop them?
Oh, young man, you can't. He kind of points to that, just burning, and you ain't stopping that.
But look at that world, they're so advanced.
What did they do with it? They didn't do anything.
Maybe they'll kill giant monsters.
He kind of sighs, and there's a rattling. You think it might be a laugh in his chest. These things, they're not meant to be stopped. They're meant to be contained until their purpose is served. And they're serving that purpose. I opened the gate. Now they're free. All right, let's go back to Akko.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, great. Thanks.
Yeah, great, sure.
All right, Akko.
Fucking kaiju.
Yeah. A more raspy John Laurinaitis. Kaiju power.
Ace, is that you?
So Presto says, Akko, we just have to get through this until I can figure out how to get you where you want to be so you can get us where we need to be. and then we'll find someone to be king. Maybe one of the other heroes will step in and kind of take this part of their kingdom, or kind of stops and looks at me and goes, I sound like I'm running away.
Kind of gives him a look that agrees.
I don't want this.
Go. Just lets him sit with it for a second. Says, it's hard. Moves home.
He's using his hat to wipe away the tears in his eyes.
Or like gives him a very ornate handkerchief. I'm sure he has plenty. And says, it's hard. Lose home. I go lose home too. But a long way. I go find new home. Lose that one too. For now. I go start thinking maybe home, not place. Don't know yet, but I think so. I could worry if go home not be sane. People change. Things change. I could hope you find home. And he sort of like can Echo like do an Arcana check
Yeah.
to see if he
Sounds
can
fun.
try to make his mark work. Like he remembers, I feel like he remembers like what happened at the Sears so long ago. Well, I don't know, probably not that long ago. And then what it feels like when he's traveled, and he, I think, feels like he knows that it can interact with other magic because of whatever happened with Ryland's field. Something happened with it. So can he like, I don't know, just do an art to like, I don't know, try to make progress toward understanding how this thing works, or to try to make it work?
Yeah.
Okay, let me roll. Roll the 19. -1.
The night of using skills you're terrible at.
It's most of them, bro.
So you grab one of your coins and you start to roll it over in your massive hand and you concentrate. Where are you thinking about?
Well, he doesn't know where Pasadena is, so he's thinking about Sigil. He's very goal oriented, and he knows that's where he's supposed to get back to, and where everyone else will probably be trying to get back to. So he's thinking of Sigil.
You start to think of Sigil, and your chest starts to burn. You're just on your chest, right?
Mm-hmm.
It starts to burn. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration. Rolled like, that's better. That's an 18.
It takes you a second. You actually start to panic because you feel like you're just going to burst. And
Like he reaches out and like touches, like grabs Presto's like knee is just like try to get his attention.
You do that, and you feel Presto's hands like slapping your hand to get it off. And he goes, "Holy crap!" And you open your eyes very slowly as you have a tight grip of Presto's robe. And he's like, and you both are looking and you see Sigil. It's like through like a haze, but you can see like a pavilion in the city of doors that leads down Lonely Street. It looks like you could walk right into it. He's like, "What are you doing?"
Echo's like, travel world's easy. And
Then he stops slapping you and he reaches out, like not looking at his head's turned now left, and he grabs your head and turns it left. And you see the strangest thing you've ever seen. He just goes, "Oh my God, it's home." You see this strange park. And the only words that pass through you over your lips are Pasadena?
Pasadena?
And then you pass out.
Easy.
You wake up a few hours later, Presto asleep like in a chair by your side. You see there's a few clerics there and they're tending you. If you had any damage, it's all, you've been healed completely. Your armor's all off. You stir, Presto wakes up. You notice that he's like actually been holding on to you the whole time.
Oh.
And he looks down at your chest and he goes, "Oh no." And you feel, and more of your sign has turned to like scar tissue.
Cool. Almost worked.
How did you do that?
Echo wanted really hard.
What if you want as hard as you possibly can?
Kind of is like, yeah.
I need to show you something.
Oh, okay. Get dressed.
You both, you notice like he looks tired.
You okay?
I'm just tired. Make me an Arcana check.
2.
He looks really tired. He takes you into one of the libraries here in the keep, and he opens up a book. He says, "Look at this." And there's a picture of a well. And there's light emanating from the well. And he goes, "That's the light from symbol."
Ghost says, where is it?
It's a well of worlds. I don't know where it is. I don't know if there's more than one. I think you're some type of conduit.
Maybe. Go. Has taken.
We can find this. Maybe we can all go.
Nods.
Maybe we just need water from it. I don't know. No one really knows a lot. There's not a lot here about these, but that looks like that. You look very hard and you see on all the bricks around the well, there's symbols carved in them. And you immediately notice not just yours, but Twigs, Amulet, Charity, even the symbol that you, when you gave your life force over, that Bliss has.
Oh, like points that out. It's mine.
That is.
He's my friend's.
I knew I saw it from somewhere, but I couldn't remember where. He grabs your shoulders. Just, we can go home. We can all go home.
Him. Echo's kind of like still.
He starts like laughing and trying to jump up and down, but he's so tired and he starts coughing. And he wipes his mouth, and you see that on his screen is blood. And now we go back to Amulet. Amulet, you're hiding. Roll me that initiative.
Well, I was gonna swing the hoop pack, and then I decided against it because I remembered it frightens people but doesn't hurt them, and I don't want to drive them back towards Twig. So
Look, I don't want to scare them. I want to murder them.
yeah, now I want to murder them. So now I'm going to transform.
Okay.
So with Dragon Strength at Cataclysm's Hour, Solinari, Lunatari, Nuatari, hear my call, grant me your power. And that is my turn. That's a whole action.
We're an initiative.
Okay.
You're going to go first because I rolled a fat one.
Well, that's what's take a full action to do. So then
their action was finding you.
Okay. Well,
which wasn't hard because I'm assuming you get a big light show when you transform.
I don't think you do a light show. I think you just transform. I don't know.
Do you get?
It just says
I
you
can't
change.
think of a serious single person who changes like that who doesn't get a cool light show. Captain Marvel, He-Man, She-Ra. Need I go on?
But I don't want to be obvious.
But do you want to be cool?
I mean, yeah, but I kind of want to like jump out and roar at them cool. Like went behind a tree as a little thing, came out as a giant 6'5" lady.
Maybe we'll say that for the sake of from going forward, you do get a spectacular light, however you want to do it. It robs individuals in that area of the last 3 seconds of time.
Interesting.
So all they see is the light.
Interesting. Okay. Well, how many can I get to in my movement?
You can get to all of them. They're cruising up on you, bows drawn.
Okay, I'm going to the first. If I can get between 2, great. If not, first one. And I got 2.
You can get between 2. You can actually cruise up because they're kind of all running side by side. You can get in front of the first one, and then you have all 3 of them.
Okay. So then I have a 17 and a 14.
Yeah. They're wearing robes, no armor discernible armor that you can see. When you get up close, you notice that they're all wearing the front parts of human skulls for face masks. And the halfling that looks ridiculously big.
So 14 and 15 damage.
Yep. We'll say that Victor Charette goes on your turn. You hear the whir behind you, and you just see these tiny glowing rockets fly and hit all of them. And then they will drop their bows, and all 3 attack you. And they'll all 3 miss twice. So Twig, just for reference, when I found you earlier, I critted. These 6 rolls, nothing above a 7.
Demons out.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna complain, so it's fine.
It's your turn.
I got 2 attacks in me again. Ooh, that one's a 22. Oh, that one's even better. That one's a 23.
Those both hit.
Do you want a total or do you want them separate?
I'm assuming you're hitting 2 different people.
Okay. So the first one is 15 and the second one is 8.
First one drops quickly.
Smash, smash.
Charette fires again, and the other 2 drop.
Yeah.
You turn and look, and kind of that ghostly robotic forearm goes back down to normal size. I want you to make me an insight check.
Ooh. With my +0, I got a 7.
Something looks off, but you're not sure what.
Scary off or just off?
Just off.
Okay.
You can't tell how significant or what's off when you roll 7.
It's true. And I can't really be frightened either, so never mind. Forgot about that.
What do you want to do?
They were the only ones, right?
Yep.
Okay, so now we're going to go back and try to be stealthy again.
Victor's head kind of opens up. So you see like Victor's face inside. And he says, I think maybe that's past.
But I don't want Twig to be alone. I just want to be nearby. I don't want to get to the thing. I just want to be like, if I could double move and get to him if I need to.
I need to get inside. I know that's
okay.
You get close and you stay outside if that's your plan, but I got to get inside.
That's fine. That's fine. We should go. Do you have to go in through the entrance, or could you go up through the hole in the arm?
Only been through the one way. I don't know what's in there.
I don't think you should go the same way that Twig went.
But that's
Or can I take Akko's suggestion? Is there a back entrance?
no, it's buried like halfway up the chest.
Okay. I mean, I feel like if things came out the front door, it might not be the safest, but if that's the only way you know how to get in, then
it's not a door.
Well,
sure.
you know what I mean.
It's just an opening. I've got to go.
That's fine. I got your back.
He takes off, sprinting towards the mecha ape.
He's not quiet, is he?
No. He's full-blown Charette.
Oh, shoot. Does he rustle up anything else in the area? They're running.
It's quiet.
Too quiet? Do I see anything moving? Like, not even from the thing, but like being aware of like potential animals around us.
It's very, very quiet.
It's quiet. I don't think Amulet likes quiet.
You want to check these bodies? What do you want to do?
I mean, how far? So if how far away are we from the thing?
You're like, we'll say 60 feet. You were moving pretty quickly and quietly.
I'll score. That's a double move. I'll loot the bodies.
There's nothing really to loot. You open up their
Look for stuff.
And they are bug naked.
Yay.
One thing you do, maybe an Arcana check.
I'm real curious if they have like keys or things for the inside that could be a problem or helpful. That's a 13.
They're all three covered in scarring, deliberate scarring. These look like similar to your mark, but there's more of them. And they almost look like some kind of map.
Do they all have the exact same scarring, or is it?
They're laying sprawled out. And when you look at, like, you take all their robes up, you're like, oh, Wieners. But like, it's almost like their scarring moves together like some giant map. Make me a history check.
That's what I was wondering if I could piece it together like a puzzle. That's not bad. 17.
This looks familiar. You got 17?
17.
Yeah. This looks like a map or similar maps that you've seen before.
Can I ignore the Wieners and push bodies around and try to mark up my lines? I feel like I would lift it, and I'm big enough that like maybe for a little bit I can like, this one doesn't match up, and get it and turn it.
These look like the sort of maps between spheres that Norhand has on her ship.
I suppose haven't seen that long enough to recognize if this is a particular map, part of the map, right?
This looks like this map would continue on other bodies.
Interesting.
It's massive.
Can I make a mental note of where the maps is and ignore the wieners?
Make me a wisdom saving throw.
Ignore them.
I critted.
You block out them wieners, and you've made a mental note of this map.
Okay. I feel like it could be helpful. I mean, the next time I have that we're not running around, I'll probably try to jot it on paper as best as I can, but
Do you, I don't think you do, but do you speak super null?
I do not. I speak common and gnomish. Real helpful.
Someone in a previous game spoke super null, and it never came up. And now it's like coming up all the time. Everything's coming up super null. You know it's a language. You actually know you've seen this language, but you do not speak it or read it. You've seen it in things at Tawny's, and you've seen it on Norhand's maps.
Yeah, and I don't think I have enough time to sit down and try to scribble it. So gonna make a mental note, ignoring the wieners, and
Successfully.
if I don't find anything,
you got no horn, Doug. What's up with that? We had a crit, no wieners crit, and there's no horn.
Doug's probably busy. Doug's multitasking. It's cool.
Asking shall receive. So the name of the episode, Akko, should be Horns for Them Wieners. So are you gonna
PG-13 this one?
That's PG-13. They can mean a lot of things. Do you want to head to the Mecha Ape, or what do you want to do?
If they don't have anything that I think could help us inside, like keys or anything else, then
they're naked.
Okay, yeah. Then I'm gonna make sure the bodies aren't in obvious open spots. Kick them under bushes, and then I'm gonna head towards the Mecha Ape, being aware of what's around me.
Make me a nature check.
Oh, God damn it! Of course. Roll the 2
You're
that
like,
time.
man, bodies that have been shot up that are bleeding, hiding them under a bush in the jungle, solid decision. And you move on. Like you literally are just like running your bloody hand across the grass to wipe it off. No one will ever know.
We just leave it all in that one spot. They'll find that one spot.
Everything's good.
It's like 60 feet away. It's fine.
Twig, make me a
Just 10, it's a good plan.
Perception check.
That's a natural 1.
Oh.
That is how I feel.
No. You Horatio ass rolled the shit out of that. So Lish is sitting across from you and he says, I'm gonna guess you're not alone.
Yeah, you'd be right.
So take what you came for and leave. Or I can release you right now.
You got any power sources around here you want to give away?
Kind of smiles and looks up and then goes, I'm afraid you wouldn't know what to do with anything that I did give you.
Yeah, but I know people.
He points. There's some type of bureau.
All right, I'll go over to it.
There's just stacks of these, almost like hockey puck sized discs.
All right, I'll take my bag and just like shove a bunch in there.
You hear metal on metal coming your way very quickly. Clang, clang. But it also has this weird kind of ethereal echo behind it, like it's there but it's not there.
All right, I want to get that stuff, grab some mushrooms, and then run out.
You run out and you run smack dab, like just outside the doors. You run smack dab into Victor.
All right, I got it. We gotta go.
The
I'll open up the bag and show him all the.
helm opens
batteries.
up and Victor's looking down at you. He kind of looks past your shoulder and he sees just kind of a slow lake of blood on the floor, and he looks at you.
Yep, we'll talk later. Gotta go.
What did you do?
That wasn't me. Gotta go. So I'll start pushing him. It's not, he's not going to go anywhere, but I'm going to keep pushing.
You hear a soft chuckling.
You don't want to be in there.
He looks down at you, and the helmet slowly shuts, and he moves you aside and walks in.
Oh god, don't do it. Can I want to pull on him to try to get him to stop.
You're pulling something that's a lot larger than you.
I know.
He steps in as you're like grabbing, being dragged along with him. Lish is still sitting there looking down. He's got the halberd in his hand. The charrette face piece comes up again, and Victor looks down at it and he's like, that's my dad's. Hey, it's my dad's.
Victor, you don't want to do this.
Give me that. It's my dad's. Lish kind of chuckles. I don't think he's going to need it anymore. That image still swirling in the background. You look. There are no more kaiju. You're looking at just decimation. I want you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Ooh. That's a 19.
You hear a song. You don't know where it's coming from. It's simultaneously the most horrific and beautiful thing you've ever heard. You watch as the remains of that world are peeled apart atom by atom into nothingness. Victor just stands there, dumbstruck.
All right, I want to get in front of Victor and just push
I
him.
just want to tell you, thank you. Without you, without this, it never starts. You're as much of a harbinger as any of they are. Hell, as much as I am. You're a prophet. Charette goes ghostly around Victor. I want you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
That's 23.
You tumble as Victor pushes through you. He kicks the halberd at the bottom, and it pops up and out of Lish's hand. He catches it and goes right through the bottom of his jaw. Pulls it out, stands over him. Lish collapses back into the chair. He starts to laugh. And as he laughs, embers and ash just start to fall out of his mouth and slowly becomes nothing. Victor just stands and stares at this image, this blue swirl, just utter blackness, complete absence of everything. Actually, it wouldn't be black then, because black's all colors. Complete white. It's a lack of any substance. It's just gone. He just stands there.
So go over to him, show him the batteries again. We got all those power sources. We need to get out of here, get back, and we can fix this somehow. We can stop it from happening to others.
He reaches up toward the white spot is in that kind of blue mist, and it slowly turns back into a little ball. He takes it. He holds it in his hand. He holds it so hard it breaks. And starts to cry. It's crying. Turns into giggle. And it turns into a cackle. Then he turns around, looks at you, and he is grinning so hard. He's bitten, some of his tongue is hanging off, and his face is maniacal. His tears have gone from clear to red. His pupils are basically non-existent. Cocks his head like an animal trying to figure out what you are. And then swings his halberd. We'll be in a niche next time we start.
Dang it.
So, can Akko be king or convince someone else to be king?
Totally.
Does everybody go home? Amulet hanging out outside, keeping things held down. Can Twig bring a harbinger back from madness, or is this just going to end in more bloodshed? 2 weeks. Also, the charity bank situation is still in its holding pattern. 2 weeks, we'll find out. Everybody around the table, tell people who you are, where they can find you. Shill, baby.
All right. You can find me at Cubicle Zombie on Instagram and Twitter. And next week, Wednesday, and every other Wednesday, you can find me and Warrior on the DNDDT podcast right on this very channel or dnddt.com.
Cassandra, and you can find me here every 2 weeks having fun being a shitty little kid.
You can find me at Warrior MN on socials. In addition to DNDT, you can also find me every other Thursday. So next Thursday on Dive Club, which is on twitch.tv/HeelTurnRadio. Sometimes we chat, sometimes we play Jackbox, sometimes we mix the two. We're just living life, loving life. 7 p.m. next Thursday.
You can find me taking some time off from Tiny Ming, just a couple weeks. I had a lot of stuff going on lately. So therefore, again, I apologize about missing last session. At some point, Star Wars is going to play. I'm still waiting for that to get sorted, as well as setting up the Marvel game, one of the 2 Marvel games I have in mind. Heel Turn is Wednesday night this week. I'm not sure what we're doing. I missed last time. Like I said, things have been kind of all over the place. But I'm sure it'll be good. We got a lot to talk about. I know the wrestling's been crazy of late. you have this every 2 weeks, which is fantastic. And again, thank you to Nate, to Warrior, and to Lily Cassandra, and of course to Casual Doug, who is the true cog that turns the wheel, and of course to Shannon, get better. So thank you to anyone who watches this. Hey, let us know what you think. You can find us at Known World United on the Facebooks, I believe, or maybe the World Known World United. I don't know. I don't do these things. Or Heel Turn Radio. You can also reach us there. Always interested to know what people think. So again, I want to thank everybody who plays, everybody who assists in production, and includes you, Beard, and everybody who plays every time that we get together. I'm just grasping for words, so I'm going to end there. Bye.
Bye.